TIFU by buying a laptop that only works with women. Or man if they had a shower or bath before using it. Dear everyone, this post could also be educational for people who work with laptop hardware or services them. Firstly, I need to apologize for my English, as this is not my first language, so some phrases can be wrong just as grammar here and there. So the story started like 4 weeks ago when we decided to buy a new laptop for my wife. I found one on a very popular marketplace, a Dell 7430i 716GB model that should be over £600 or $700. This was only £150 pristine condition, and warranty just expired a week ago, but it was advertised as a defective machine. Bought it, as I thought whatever the problem is, I'll fix it. I have worked with hardware for a long time, and always found challenging to find problems, so I thought that would be easy. I went and asked if there was anything wrong with it. She said her husband can't use it as it always turns itself off when he is using it. She never had a problem, and Dell said nothing wrong with it. It does not like to work with his husband, that's all. I thought I never heard more stupid explanation for a laptop sale, but whatever. Bought it, took it home, switch on, started installing fresh Win 11, then a minute later the machine went to sleep mode. I was like, okay, this could happen so don't worry about it. Carry on installing, 5 minutes later sleep mode. I started to worry, and at the same time started to think what that could be. With all the updates, it took me about 4 hours to finish Win 11, as the laptop went to sleep about 20 times. Then my wild ride started. I went to have a shower and came back downstairs to polish the system up for my wife, and the machine worked as it should. Finished it all, then handed it to my wife. All went well until Friday evening, July 21, 2023. I sat back to it to do some work on a charity website. Laptop went to sleep straight away. I was like whack-a-frap. Wanted to finish the job on it but kept going to sleep every 2 minutes. Asked my wife if that happened to her too. She said it didn't. So got her to sit down and worked on it, and nothing happened. The laptop worked properly without any issue. Then I went there, 30 seconds later the laptop went to sleep. Imagine my face. I thought this laptop is sexist AF. I got very confused. I went upstairs, took a shower, came back down. It worked. I am not religious, not a believer. I don't believe in ghosts or flat earth. I love math, physics, so you can imagine how confused I was. Anyway, I finished that job, without any glitch. Next morning, I went downstairs to see the lovely laptop that has a soul. Guess what? Started to go to sleep as soon as I approached it. It felt like whenever I hoovered my hand near the shift, went to sleep. I have updated drivers, deleted keyboard generic driver, installed specific one, changed power settings, nothing worked. Did the same thing. You know what, I got that confused that evening. I went to take a shower just to please my wife's laptop. Don't laugh. I do. Came back, downstairs, worked. Again. That cannot be a coincidence. More confusion. A lot more. Then I woke up this morning, ignored the bird chirping that came from outside. I have not even fed my spider. There were many questions about my spider. His name is Mr. Bean, and there are 2 pictures of him separately in the comment section, so he was looking at me very grumpy all day today. All I did was storm downstairs, switch the little miserable astard on, then oh boy, it went to sleep in 1 minute. I was looking at the black screen and see my face in it as all my confidence and years of experience slowly leaving my brain through my cloudy eyes along with my soul. This cannot be. This is impossible. So what can a man do? I went to get a morning bath. I said do not laugh, especially because when I came back, it worked. I have stopped working on this problem, and given up. Also started to browse eBay for a Bible, and joined the Flat Earthers on Facebook. I am joking, but I probably never been closer to these before. I did not touch that devil again today, and I went to sleep at 9 p.m. Then suddenly I woke up 2 hours later, just before I wrote this post, and a little light bulb lit up in my head. When I having shower, I always take my bracelets off, and my bracelet has a tiny magnetic thing on it. But I put it back on every morning. I swirled down without my bracelets, and the laptop worked as it should. I ran back up, put the bracelets on, had to go again, and the laptop started to go to sleep again. There you go. I almost started to worship a laptop, then there I dis. Physics. The inglorious thing thinks that I am closing the lid when the magnet get close to the sensor. Hope you enjoyed this story as much as I enjoyed squeezing my brain in the past 3 days. Thank you for reading it. TLDR, I bought a laptop for my wife, that turned out only works if I had a shower before I use it. It was my magnetic bracelet at the end. Update. Yes, the husband had a magnetic strap Apple Watch. Lucky for me. Special thank you. Thank you for all these upvotes. Never thought this would be popular. I am very honored. Thanks again. It could now become one of those, always remember, stories for many. TIFU by sleeping with my ex-wife. I have been in love with this woman since we were 12 years old, we're 37 now, we've been married, had 2 kids, split and eventually divorced. I initiated the split, essentially due to untreated, poor mental health on both our parts. If I hadn't, one of us would have ended up dead. We've both since agreed that it was the right thing to do. The problem is that I never stopped loving her, but I did close that part of me off for a very long time, or we would have ended up back where we used to be. In the 5 years since we've split, we've both grown individually, sorted out mental health, careers, everything. Here comes the UCK up. A week ago we were drunk and slept together. It was amazing. The chemistry was still there and everything felt right. Again, the following night, while sober, we did it again. This stirred up all my feelings for her, in a big way. It was good though, and we seemed good together. I thought this meant we were in a good position and had similar feelings for each other. So I told her how I feel. Needless to say, it wasn't reciprocated. It scared her. We talked, drank and then slept together again. Unfortunately though, she just wanted something casual with someone she trusts, but I wasn't capable of that. We have too much history and there's too many feelings there for me. So now I'm left feeling heartbroken, stupid for allowing myself to feel again, and like the pathetic ex that can't let go. I hate myself. TL. Doctor got drunk, slept with ex-wife who I'm still deeply in love with a few times, told her, it wasn't reciprocated, and now I'm left feeling heartbroken and pathetic. TIFU by agreeing to a threesome with my best friend. I, F19, and my best friend, Eva, F19, have been inseparable since 5th grade. Her and I are polar opposites. I'm mixed, on the shorter side, with brown eyes and hair, and a bit chunky, I'll admit, while Eva is white, blonde hair, green eyes, with a lanky athletic build. She's very extroverted. I'm in the shyer side. She's the one that got all the boys' attention. I was the supportive best friend. I've always thought she was the most attractive girl I've had the pleasure of meeting. Earlier last week Eva said she's been watching a lot of threesome porn, and started having thoughts about being with another girl. I'm bisexual myself, and pretty shy when it comes to X, as I only lost my virginity last year and have had one sexual partner since. Eva, again, is the exact opposite. She's been sexual since her early teens and has been open about her sex life. We have always joked about being gay for each other. We give each other a quick peck on the lips when we have to go after hanging out, and we even made a pact that if we're married by 30 we'll marry each other. So this led me to jokingly saying we should have a threesome with someone to find out if she's bi or not, and she seriously agreed, which he obviously didn't turn down. We decided to make a Tinder account with both of us, explaining how we just want someone, preferably a guy, as to her request, to join us, no strings attached. After finding a suitable match, we met UP beforehand to explain the boundaries and rules we talked about. The next day would be when it all happened. For me it was a great experience, and afterwards Eva agreed. Now as much as me and Eva are opposite, one thing we absolutely do have in common is our taste in men. I don't want to sound pretentious, but I do feel the man paid a bit more attention to me than Eva. Later the guy we were intimate with gave me his number afterwards while Eva was cleaning up in the bathroom. I thought he did the same with her. This is where it all falls apart. After the fact she said she knows, she said no strings attached, but she wanted to see the guy again. IOFC told her to go for it. But when she checked on Tinder to message him, he has unmatched. She wasn't too happy about. I just said to text them, and she said she didn't have his number. Confused I said well, he gave it to me. She got absolutely furious, saying how that was selfish and rude, that I was trying to keep him for myself, and I wanted too much attention from men. I tried to explain I thought he had also given her his number, but she wouldn't listen. We haven't had a fight this big ever. She hasn't called or texted me back since then. I feel like such a bad friend for letting a random person come between us like that. I will admit I did text the guy telling him the situation, and we have had a couple of conversations since. I just don't want 8 years of friendship going down the drain, especially if it's my fault. TLDR. Me and BSF had a threesome. Guy gave me his number, but not her. Now she hates me. TIFU by admitting to my investigator that I masturbated at work. I'm currently in the process of joining the police academy, and I was doing a background interview with a detective where she would ask about drug use and other misdemeanors. I wanted to do the right thing, and I told her I had masturbated at work more than once and less than a year ago. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just lied. Part of why I did it was because she was very kind and I felt comfortable, and also because I wanted to clear my mind before the polygraph. I could see it in her face that I screwed up big time, although she played it cool and said I wasn't it done yet, and she still had to talk it through with her boss. Before I left I did get a chance to talk to him, the guy who will later review it, and I tried my best to leave a good impression. He seemed like a cool dude, but I have a bad feeling. I might have to wait 6 months to try again just because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. What an idiot I am. TLDR, I was too honest with my investigator and told her something that may disqualify me from getting a job in law enforcement.